Welcome to SHOT Show 2023 Industry Day at the Range, otherwise known as Range Day. I am Clint from Classic Firearms. We've got Kaya with us.
What's up, guys?
And we are very excited and somewhat cold, but ready to get some stuff on camera. This is the initial day of SHOT Show, the unofficial day. All of these other manufacturers that are out here are bringing off all sorts of fun things to show off. And I've been hearing some full autos, and I think Maxim Defense has a 240 suppressed that they want me to come and shoot, so I think we'll go start over there. Kai, are you excited?
Dude, I can't wait. Let's just do it. And I'm cold.
Let's go find some coffee and then shoot that machine gun.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's start it off with the machine gun. We got a Bell-fed 240 here at Maxim Defense with their silencer on it. Let's see how this thing sounds. How about it?
There we go. Clear.
Cool. All right, Logan. Well, first of all, that was a lot of fun. I love shooting 240s, especially when they're suppressed.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me about the Maxim Defense silencer that we've got on this guy.
Yeah, so this has been in development for like the past 4 years. We made this hearing safe for our 240. It can withstand the firing life of the barrel. So we engineered this can to be like for a failing point, but when the barrel fails, the can will survive to that point.
Wow.
Then when you switch the barrels in 240, the firing procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's every few hundred rounds, but this can withstand the life of the barrel.
Really?
Yep.
That's pretty impressive. So the silencer, that's obviously full auto rated,
Yep.
7.62 by 51, can withstand the life of the barrel, which is pretty impressive stuff.
So that's what it's taken us 4 years to make, but it's one of the best ones out there. It shoots 136 dB, so it's well below hearing safe. And it's really fun to shoot. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun to shoot. Take it from me. And what we'll do is see it on the show floor, of course, but you guys got a couple of other things here I think we'd like to shoot as well. I think you got an integrally suppressed boy, so let's go check that out.
yeah, so this is our new, this year at SHOT Show 23, this is our PDX SD. So it's an integral suppressed PDX as part of our SDX line, which are integral suppressed guns. This is 23 3/4 inches, and it's shooting 136 dB for sound decibels.
Really?
That's pretty quiet for 5.5 inch barrel.
Yeah, I'd say so, man. And we got a couple rounds loaded up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
I like that a lot.
So that, first of all, really minimal recoil. It feels awesome to shoot. That's just an awesome setup. And of course, the PDX design is just fantastic anyway. So continuing down the line here, we've got yet another one over here, correct?
Yep, so that's a very similar gun. That's the SDX 505. The only difference between this gun and the PDX SD, it has a CQB stock, so you get your full mil-spec bolt carrier group, and a DSX can instead of our PDX SD kind of soup can suppressor. So this is a little more of a softer shooting than this one even.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, perfect. Yeah, let's get some mags for that, and definitely want to try that one out. Yeah, I like the way that one feels too. So that one you can take the full-length bolt carrier group, though. You said, right?
Yeah, so that's your full-length mil-spec bolt carrier group, and it has our CQB Gen 7 stock, so you have that full cheek weld, which is super nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. And this one right here is going to be a little bit more fun, I think. That will never get old. I absolutely love it. So, from what Logan just told me, this is Maxim Defense's take on the Mark 18. Consider me a fan. Yeah. What do you expect? I love it. This is the SD15, very similar to the little Mark 18 one that I just shot, except this has the slimline handguard. What's interesting about the last one I just shot is the fact that this has more of a 416 profile, which is pretty cool. And you'll notice this is a two-piece handguard system that you can actually remove, lengthen it, shorten it, whatever you want to do. Pretty cool. But let's try the SD15 and see how that feels. Super smooth shooters. One thing I am noticing, and obviously it's a little windy out here, so I'm not getting any gas back to the face, which is great, but maybe the wind's helping with that. I don't know, but these guns are running great. The cans are awesome. Maxim Defense. Let's go ahead and run a couple rounds with their 9mm. This is the MD9 by Maxim Defense. We'll see how this is suppressed. Pretty much what I would expect. A lot of fun. Thing feels great. Really, really nice soft recoil impulse as well. So solid stuff. And yes, it takes Glock mags. We've got the MD11 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor now. Let's go to run a couple rounds with that and see how this thing feels. Without all of the gizmos and gadgets, this thing's coming in at only 8 pounds, which is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
There it is. So this is an SR25 cut AR-10 with the, that's a proof research barrel, right? Carbon fiber proof research barrel as well. Direct thread silencer by Maxim. This thing feels solid. Well, perfect, man. These are awesome setups. I'm really excited to see them on the show floor. We'll go a little bit more in depth with them there.
Yep.
So guys, stay tuned later this week and check out Maxim Defense. Obviously, they got some pretty fun and cool stuff. Logan, always good seeing you, man.
Good seeing you.
Here is what I have been most anticipating. The Oracle 2311. We've got Todd. Thanks for taking the time, man.
No problem.
And this gun, we've talked about it on the podcast, Kaya and myself and Ryan. We were like, dude, what is the one thing that we see coming out at SHOT that we think would be really, really interesting? And it's this gun. So I'm excited to shoot it, but tell us about it because it just looks remarkable and it's got an excellent concept. Just give us the information.
For sure. Well, thank you. So as we went down the development road, we wanted to come up with how do we improve on the 1911 double stack, right? Well, you have your combat world, and then you have your competition world.
Right.
So we wanted to try to merge them together into a great relationship, and that's where we have the 2311.
Yeah.
So how do we do that? We started off, we wanted to pick a good magazine. That's where we drove it to a 320 magazine.
Yeah.
That gives you the 320 magazine release, and it gives you the ability to flip it left or right, depending on your shooter preference.
Right.
Here's another thing. So maintaining a full ambidextrous, this is the first time on a 1911 style platform that you have true ambidextrous features. You notice we have right side slide stopper, right? And you can release your slide left or right, depending on how the shooter preference.
Right.
So maintaining this combat and competition world marrying, right? So what we have here is we have a toolless takedown.
You've made it. So when I read that it was a like an idiot scratch proof 1911 takedown or a reassembly, I'm like, what do you mean? And I just witnessed that.
Yeah.
It is indexes right where it needs to and just literally a very minor movement for it to drop right into place. That's cool.
Right, that's correct.
Yeah.
So fire control, it is 1911 Series 70 minus the grip safety. The reason why we eliminated the grip safety, if you start talking to people like the SF communities that run 1911s and the 2A ranges, they say, hey man, that grip safety is detrimental. They tape it, they pin it, they do whatever so that it doesn't become an issue on a 2A range.
Right.
So we eliminated it for them.
That's cool. Man, I am super excited to shoot this thing, so if you don't mind, can you mind if I get a mag or two downrange?
Not at all. Have fun.
Let's do it. First shots with the Oracle 2311.
Your little neck scarf there.
I think it's sweet.
No, you're done.
There we go. And then run through last one. Take a look at that one. More compact. So we wanted to vary. All right, there it is.
All right, we are here at the Radiant Weapons. I'm with Caleb. Caleb, how's it going, man? Good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
All right, so what do you want to tell us?
We got some new stuff out for you guys today. So we got our brand new, not released yet, optic guard system. It is the Radiant Guardian. So it's an MOS plate adapter that takes all the pressure off of the optic if you want to rack it on surfaces, tap rack it, anything like that. And it's a stud attachment system, double the amount of thread than a standard plate system.
Okay, that sounds fantastic, man. This right here. Any other variations of this or no?
So we're doing it for the MOS, the RMR, and the MOS and the EPS, the hollows and EPS, and then we're going to be announcing tomorrow the Walther 2.0 cut, so the PDP, EPS, and RMR as well.
That is fantastic. So do you mind us just shooting a few rounds downrange? And
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. Well, let's crack a few rounds downrange. All right, this thing shoots incredibly soft, like almost no recoil at all.
Yeah, it's
wow.
pretty insane.
And it is such a low profile comp too.
Yeah, that's super awesome. It only makes it the length of a Glock 17 when you put it on a Glock 19, so it fits in all Glock 17 holsters. Fits in Safari Lands and everything like that. No snag, anything like that. So it's pretty awesome. You get the performance you get out of a micro comp.
That is fantastic. So, besides this, I see that you got some long guns over here.
Yeah, so these are our Model 1s. We have the 10.5 version over here with the 14.5 version right here.
Okay.
Completely ambidextrous rifles, all made in-house in Redmond, Oregon. So 90% of it, I should say, the furniture and stuff like that isn't.
Okay.
But we control the quality, and I can tell you for a fact there isn't a more quality rifle out there on the market.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ryan about it too.
Yeah.
You guys got some Gucci of an AR. So,
Yeah.
I'd like to give it a try if possible.
Right
Over
here.
here?
All right, so there's a couple mags for you.
Okay.
And I'll show you something really cool about this gun real quick. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but it's got the ADAC system. So ADAC is ambidextrous dual action catch. So normally you take your hand off the fire controls to lock the bolt to the rear like this. Well, with our rifle, you rack it to the rear, magazine button, locks
Mag
it.
release.
Yep. And then you also have a bolt drop on the same side. So completely, truly ambidextrous rifle.
Wow, that looks amazing. Do you care if I just fire a few rounds?
Fire rounds.
All right, let's
It's all you.
give it a try.
Oh, did I say that? I can't say that.
I must say, this is one of the best shooting rounds I've shot. Incredible. I mean, it's got some weight to it, but it's like, obviously with the scope and all that, but it is incredibly soft shooting.
Yeah, it's a soft shooting platform, and the weight is because it goes all into the barrel. These are guaranteed sub MOA at 100 yards with match grade ammunition. So, and that's ranges from all of our 17.5 inch 5.56 all the way down to our 9-inch 300 blackout. The 9-inch 300 blackout is guaranteed sub MOA.
That is fantastic, man. I don't want to take any more of your time. We'll be coming to the SHOT Show floor and actually talk about all of this in depth with you guys. So, Caleb, thanks a lot for your time, man. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. I'll see ya.
Now we're over here with Huxworks. We've got a familiar face over here. We've got Auburn now with Huxworks. Good to see you, bro.
To you, man.
And we've got Kai. You are the mechanical engineer, the genius behind quite a bit of this stuff, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of design work for him, so yeah, you know.
One way to put it, right?
Yeah, simple way.
So you guys probably know Huxworks from some of our previous videos. Of course, we featured their silencers, and what's really cool about this company is you guys kind of pioneered I guess the original flow-through technology. Is that correct?
Yes, we own the patent on the flow-through and all the coils. We own that patent on it.
Right, which is really neat. So what that ultimately means is you got a lot of gases that aren't being trapped inside of the silencer, which usually makes more, or I guess you could say would contribute to more back pressure and more gas coming into the face. This actually, if you notice at the front of all their silencers, you actually have like these escaping, what would you call them? What are those called? Vents, I guess.
Yeah, the vents.
Vents right out the front that allow the gas to actually go all the way through. But talk us about it. I know, Auburn, you're holding kind of like a 3D cutout here. Yeah, take us through this really quick.
Yeah, so, and I'll let him talk a little bit more, but what's really cool, especially with the flow technology or the flow-through technology, is he's created something where, you know, when you shoot a gun, you got all this powder, all this stuff that's burning, all the gases, you got a vent here that it's coming out, going through the helical coil system. So it's going through the top chamber, down to another chamber, to another level, out to that vent. Yeah. So you're gonna get, you know, reducing gas mitigation, less recoil. You're getting something that's a little bit more, I'd say, durable, funner to shoot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different things with decibel ratings too. So a little bit, you know, more protection to the shooter's ear and people around you. But also just reducing that blowback overall is a big part of that. So making this stuff function and work really well. We have something that's pretty new that came out this year that I think people are excited for.
Yes.
I'm gonna let him talk a little bit more on that, but it's a 3D printed flow can, so a lot different. This technology basically inside of this little thing, it's a lighter, more durable can, and then there's a lot more to it. So I'm gonna let him talk about that, but what's cool about that, mainly for me, that's been unique, obviously being on the firearm side, shooting something like that, it's a one-piece item, so you don't have stuff that has different welding points that kind of make it a little bit weaker. So if you got high pressure stuff, this thing can run off a very high pressure. It runs really well, and it's just an awesome durable can. But yeah, anything. He knows a little bit more. He's the genius, so I'm just here.
I'm just here. Yeah, take us into it, Kai, because I know a lot of guys at home and all of our viewers are definitely a fan of the Flow 556K. But yeah, take us a little bit more behind the science on it.
Yeah, so let me see that little cutaway here, because it's very similar to the same geometry inside of here. But what's nice about 3D printing, it allows us to optimize some more area. So that's why you can get this 3D printed quieter than our CNC stuff. But yeah, the idea behind all these coils is just to create those surfaces that slow the gases down.
Right.
So they can go back and forth, and then now they're subsonic, they're going to come out a lot quieter, and then you can use those gases to twist the can on.
Right.
And when you're in a combat situation, you're not really wanting to worry about, is this thing on correctly, is it locking, all that stuff. So we just make it as simple as possible, so you don't have to worry about it.
It really is neat technology, because if you guys notice, if you don't mind, just want to show, if you take a look at the directions in which the vents are pointing, it's always self-tightening, which is pretty cool. So you never, like what Kai's talking about, you never have to worry about this thing walking off on you or anything like that. And I have tested it. I barely put it on. I know you shouldn't probably do that, but hey, I barely put it on. I was like, let's just see, right? And as I shot just 2 or 3 rounds, it was already tight.
Yep.
I was like, it doesn't take much, which is really cool.
Yeah, as part of that testing, that's actually what we do to test to make sure that the design works properly. We'll slightly loosen it and shoot it tight just to make sure. So every can goes through that before we release it out to the public.
Which is, yeah, again, really cool. And so you guys don't make just 3D printing stuff, but you also do CNC cans as well, right?
Yeah, so yeah, right now we just got these, right now the only 3D printed one is the 556K, everything else is still CNC.
Got it, okay, got it. All right, and then you've got, the other one that I'm a big fan of is the Cash 9. Yeah, the Cash 9 I like quite a bit. I keep that typically on either my AP5 or something like that.
Yeah.
It also does really well on my CZ Scorpion, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
And so I guess the Flow 556K, is that the latest and greatest that you guys have to offer?
Yes, currently it is, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I know you got a couple of guns. What you got?
You got the little stubby guy, which is pretty cool. It's not a suppressor, so trying to do something, not everyone wants an NFA item. This is our Blasphemy. It's a blast shield or a blast deflector. Basically, it just hides the fireball.
Right.
Makes your gun look really cool, and it's unique because you can still use it for some gas mitigation. They're reducing some of the gas a little bit, but that's not its real goal. He does a little bit more, but it's pretty cool, man. I think it's a unique thing to make your piece look good when you go out, and it works with our QD system. So it's got the Loctiting patent QD system that works on anything. So if you already have a Huxworks flash hider QD or a muzzle brake QD, you can still attach that and make your gun just look a little bit decked out and hide that fireball.
Right, which is cool. And like for me personally, I would use something like that to kind of just protect the threads if I'm not running my silencer. You know what I mean? So pretty neat thing. But anyway, we got some cool guns lined up here. I like to shoot them, so let's see how these Huxworks suppressors do in live fire.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and run a couple rounds here with the HK M110A1. This has the HX TI 762 on it, so I'm super stoked. This has actually been one of my dream guns, and one that we have been trying to source for a giveaway. So let's try it. All right.
Out with our kids. Isn't it crazy?
Oh, that's sick. Yes.
For a 308, only having that much recoil.
Dude, that feels so good, and there's no gas coming back in the face or anything. That just feels really good, and that was only a couple rounds, and that's right now that feels really good, nice and warm, But man, that's awesome. The M110A1 with the TI 762 by Huxworks. Let's just make our way down. Now I'm just gonna run some here. We've got the Flow 556K here at the end of this guy, so let's go and run a couple rounds through it, see how that feels. We've got to set up on the tripod here, so if I miss any of these shots, I really suck.
That's fun. And if you want, can I say
That's sweet, man.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
You want to shoot it again?
Well, yeah, I'll run a couple of these, but no, the way these things feel Again, I love the Huxworks cans because of that flow-through technology. And one thing I know that you guys have definitely like really done a good job at is they used to have quite the flash signature, right, with that flow-through technology. But it looks like in the later models and everything, especially with the Flow 556K, we shot them in low light, things like that. You guys have done a really good job at pretty much minimalizing that flash signature as well. And is that just because the additional, avenues and everything else for the gases to travel?
Yeah, there's that, and then also if you can, well, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this model, but it's actually a little more rough on the surfaces.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of an artifact of 3D printing. You kind of see in the vents here, it's kind of got a little bit of that, but
yeah,
that actually will take more DV and some of that flash out.
That's pretty
So
cool.
that's helping a lot.
Yeah, pretty much anything to break up that travel of the gas, right? Very, very cool stuff. This tent's about to come down. All right, well, as long as I get to take the M110A1 and make sure that's safe, that's all that matters. But we'll run through a couple more, but thank you guys. It's always good to talk with you, Kai. Auburn, it's always good to see you, bro. We're over here now with SDS Imports. We've got Casey here talking with us. Thanks for taking the time. And it looks like you've got yourself a pretty cool lightweight 1911 here. What can you tell me about it?
It's our Mac 1911 JSOC. It's a hammer forged frame, slide, 416R match grade barrel, 11% target crown, brass bead front sight, adjustable rear sight, pushed it forward a little bit, going for the retro look. 25 LPI front and rear checkering, walnut grips. It's just a little bit of everything, trying to pay homage, retro, tactical, back 80s, early 90s sort of thing.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, it feels great in the hand. I really like it quite a bit. I've got a mag with a couple rounds loaded up. We'll shoot that, then we'll talk about some of these shotguns we got here. Is that all right?
That's all right.
All right, cool. Let's take a couple rounds with this really quick. Let's see here. Yeah, that feels good. That feels really good. So 45 ATP, of course, this feels awesome. Really nice feel to that. So these shotguns, David was pretty excited about.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about these guys here?
So the first one, we got a Mac 1014 gas. It's pretty much everybody's doing the 1014. We're going for the most reliable that we could currently get in right now. It's fun shotgun, very reliable. It's coming out with some other accessories for it too down the line.
Yep.
Then we have our Mac 2 wood. That's inertia, a little bit more recoil, but overall going for the more retro look with the wood and so forth also.
Right, gotcha. So we got more of the inertia-driven gun here, and this is that dual piston design as well, like that you saw in the original M4.
Yes.
That's really cool. Well, we got rounds, and we got two shotguns here. Let's see how these things feel. Now that's a good feeling shotgun right there. Only put a couple rounds through it just to get a kind of a feel. I like that quite a bit. That's an inertia-driven gun, more of that M2 design. Now going to the M4, that's the dual gas piston. Let's go and load a couple rounds through that and see how this one feels. There's just something really satisfying about shotguns, and that's it right there. So Casey, these things are awesome, man. Thanks for taking the time, guys. Check them out.
All right, guys, we are out at Staccato's range today with Ursula. Woo! Y'all already know Ursula's back, so we're about to shoot some pretty cool things. So Ursula, this is actually gonna be my first time shooting 2011s. Yeah, I know.
Dude, I'm about to be like a Latin Jasmine. Like I'm gonna show you a whole new world of just awesome guns.
Please do. Please do.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
All right, so guys, why there's not a ton of people out on the range, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna shoot all of these, and then we're gonna wrap back up and talk about them after. All right?
Yeah.
Let's just jump into it.
Okay. First gun, we're gonna start with the brand new, the CS. So the CS is actually gonna be a 3.5-inch bull barrel made for carry. It's legit, everything of Staccato, pure Staccato, just small. Literally just Staccato small, that's all it is. So it's gonna be 16+1 capacity, very similar to our C2, the C2, which is a 3.9-inch barrel, a little bit bigger. If I had to do some size comparison, it's going to be in that little bit of that Glock 26 little range-ish, a little bit bigger, but That was cool, and we're comparing it to the C2, which is going to be around the Glock 19 size. But this is the only time I'm ever going to use Glock to compare. And it's just for size, that is it. But there are two totally different things. You got apples and oranges. So it's preference. But let's go ahead and get you a couple rounds. Actually, I kind of snuck and got you a full mag. How else are you going to learn about a gun? So, yeah.
All right, let's knock into
Let's shoot it. The gun does all the work. You just have to hold it straight. That's all you do. Look at that. Keep those wrists nice and locked and you're fine. Yeah. You're doing great. Magged up in the trash. I want it.
In case you didn't hear that, I said I want it. Okay, we gotta share. Ursula, what we got next?
Oh my God! All right, so we have something that I carry as well. So I run the C2.
Okay.
Mainly because like I have a nice long torso. I can conceal this just fine. One of my favorites. When they came out with the CS, and I'm like,
They did you dirty.
I know. I was like, dude. All right, but I still like it. I still like it. Actually, one thing I do like about the C2 is that it's that all-around gun. So like you can carry it. You can also use it for duty if you have to. Some agencies will allow that nice little 3.9, close to 4-inch barrel. That will work too. It's just one of those things that you can do a lot of stuff. I actually ran like USPSA match with it because I left my XL at home and I was like, well, C2 night it is, let's roll. And actually like finished like third like into my division. It was a good time. So this gun, one of my favorites. It doesn't get enough love, but it's actually a really awesome gun. So you're definitely gonna shoot that and then we're just gonna move our way up. And all right, life hack. If you ever go to a trade show, get to know the guys loading the mags. Just put it out there. So those are my favorite people in this whole thing. So there you go. Let's shoot it.
I'm so excited.
So pretty much I gave you a 17-round mag. This actually gonna fit flush in the P.
Okay.
But I couldn't find any 16s over there, but I'm like, But 16 plus 1 is gonna be the capacity, same with the CS. But there are two different mags. But this one right here, you can run basically 16, 17s, 20s. You can even find like the nice 26s. You can run everything, so. Actually, right. So
I have never shot a handgun so well in my life.
Yes. All right. So yes, you've heard like shooting staccatos is like cheating.
Yes.
It is, because if you're not cheating, you're not winning. So therefore, get you the best gun out there. So like one thing I like doing, especially a lot of the trade shows and a lot of the experiences that we put on, is I'll let shooters go up there with just crappy grip or whatever, and then they'll shoot a nice grip or a nice little group, and I'm like, dude, that's because the gun shoot itself. But check this out, I'm gonna help you out. Fix their grip, now their grip gets a lot tighter. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. So these guns are definitely forgiving. So if you like, let's say middle of the night, you grab this gun and like your grip is not 100% solid, you're still gonna be able to put down a decent shot. So that's one thing I do like about this platform.
I guarantee Ursula's got an alarm. It goes off at 3 a.m. She's like, you have to run outside and hit a target.
Go nowhere, let's do it. So now I'm gonna get you on the P, and then we're gonna go into all the whiz bang cool stuff that everybody and their mom is like, this is the bleep. I'm trying not to cuss on your channel.
It's fine. I do it all the time.
This right here is going to be the P. So the difference between the C2 and the P. The C2 is going to be 3.9-inch barrel. The P is going to be your main duty stuff, sitting at 4.45. There are some Gen 1s floating around, which was 4.15. I think they only last for a few months, and then they went to 4.45, making it a little bit longer and better for duty. Another thing too is that the flush on this is 17 plus 1, but most of them come with 20s. So you're gonna have one flush and the rest gonna be 20 round mags. So I just gave you a 20. They come in multiple options. So they do come in, the P's come in two different options. They're gonna come in steel frame or aluminum frame. It is all preference. That's like asking if you like pads or tampons. It's whatever, both get the job done. I personally like the weight, so I do like the steel frame over the aluminum. They both feel the same way. while shooting. So no, Staccato, they're on their game. They got it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I'm just look. So opinion of Ursula Williams. No, Staccato got their shit together, right? Right? There you go. All right, so we shot the. I'm like, well, I'm doing your job right now. So yeah, so you shot the CS, the C2, the P. Now we're gonna make our way down to the XL and the XC, which everybody, your mom is like, that's the flex. And it's also gonna be waiting for it for a bit since NRA, but it's okay. I still love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Staccato step on that.
You gotta watch the other episode to actually figure out that story.
Yeah. Yes, go back and watch our NRA footage with Ursula. So Ursula, I just want to point out that we have matching nails.
Matching nails. That's because I believe in peer pressure, which I was.
Anyways, back to gun content.
All right, so 2 legit race guns. Love them. So the XL, which is another one of my favorites, and then we have the XC. So the main difference is going to be with the XL, it's going to be a 5.4-inch bull barrel. Think size-wise, Glock 34. This is something that I use for USPSA. I'm running what we call limited division, so I'm running it without a dot, and this thing is dope. So the trigger is setting it at about 2.5. They both want to have the same triggers. Super awesome. Absolutely love it. So flush on this is going to be 17. However, I run in the 20s because that's what my division allows. And the XC is super cool in itself because it does have it's a 5-inch integrated comp barrel. So if you're running what we call open division in a lot of the pistol disciplines, that gun will work just fine, and it is hella flat. And I even shot like some of the most like questionable ammo through it and with no issues. And when I say questionable, I'm not talking about like grandpappy reloads. I'm talking about like what we call the bunny farts. So the stuff that's like very minimum power factor. I'm talking about stuff going like 800 feet per second, and it actually like cycled it just fine because I was concerned with the comp. But no, those both just absolutely amazing guns. So that's what I have.
I love
We're
it here.
shooting all the things.
I love it here.
I love it here. Go with the XL first and then go to the XC. Going through that fundamentals of shooting checklist there. We're gonna start with stance and grip and side alignment, sight picture. Trigger press. Get a little breathing in there and follow through. Oh, what was that flinch? Anticipating flinch there. Sweet Jesus, girl.
I stopped myself.
I mean, at least you felt it. Oh yeah, and it comes straight from the factory like that. Magged up in the trash. No, it's just fun. All right, so the cool thing with this and why this racks pretty easily is a 7-pound recoil spring in it. So most of your standard ones are gonna run probably about 11 in it. But the one that you see most people like, the air racking, yeah, it's gonna be on these too. But I run this the most. I run this the most.
But I want this one.
I want all of them.
Yeah, I need this.
No, we're joking about OnlyFans. So that's what we should do. I'll just put it out there. Just gun reviews.
Just gun reviews.
So, which one did you like the most and why? Pop quiz.
So I am like 100% torn because the SC was the first one I shot, right? So I love that.
CS.
CS.
Yeah. Dyslexic.
CS. Yeah, the CS. I felt like it was one of the smoother of all of them.
I mean, they're all smooth.
I mean, yeah.
That's like,
or maybe it's just like, hey, you actually had your crap together at the beginning and you lost it at the end. I want it really bad
but
now.
I'm just actually excited that I could show you something new to you.
One day, little lady, I'm gonna get on your level.
Here we are at Flux Defense with Ben over here. Ben, thanks for having us. And I see you're holding something in your hand. I want to know what that is.
This is the Flux Raider.
Okay.
It's a hyper focused on like it being a concealable PDW.
Okay.
It's small, basically the most firepower, capability, controllability in the smallest package.
What's the caliber on that one?
9mm.
9mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That thing looks super compact, super
Yeah.
nice. Let me ask you this then. Any military contract? Any military contract on this one?
I can't talk. I can't say.
He can't say. So
I mean, we can say, yeah, we've got stuff going, but we can't say who or what.
well, you know what? That's good enough for me, and I think that's good enough for them. I think we all get it. But now I want to talk all about this, but we're gonna go to the SHOT Show floor. Obviously, we'll meet you guys at your booth. We're gonna do an in-depth analysis. I really want to shoot it.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a try then. All right, I've got the Flux Raider over here, and we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Wow. Look at that. All right, so I ran out of ammo, slide lock to the rear, and here's how the magazine change happens. All right, Ben, dude, this thing is amazing. Where did it go? Somebody took it, but yeah, there it is, right there. It was fantastic, man. Love it. Thanks for the information.
Yeah, no problem. Thank
really
you.
appreciate it, man.
I really appreciate Classic. I bought a lot of stuff from there over the last 10 years. A lot.
All right, well, that means we are for sure going to your booth then.
Awesome.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah.
We're over here now with Laugo Arms, and you guys should be very familiar with the Alien pistol. In fact, we gave one away just not too long ago, and it is a phenomenally shooting pistol. Probably the lowest, if not the lowest bore axis on the market. And thanks for taking the time with us today. I didn't catch your name. What was it again?
I'm Michael.
Michael?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, nice to meet you. But you guys have something new for SHOT 2023, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You mind telling us about that?
Yeah. So we have here new model, like a new model of Alien. We name it Creator. And what is new on it? We have new serrations on the slide, which helps handling with the gun, of course. Also, we have a new cutting under the weaver tail, which is also good for your ergonomics, you know. So, and the biggest advantage on the new pistol, it's our grip, new grip, which have a new or different angle, which is like 1911 guns.
Yep.
And absolutely new, first of the kind in the market, absolutely interchangeable grips.
Oh,
so
nice.
front back straps, front straps, back straps, and also the grips are absolutely interchangeable, and also the magwell. So you can, and everything is holding only one screw. So you can change what you want, different color, different materials, and it's absolutely amazing.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Well, I like that you guys have added a little bit more of a customization to it, which is really cool. The better grip, or the 1911, I shouldn't say better, more of a 1911 style grip angle, which is pretty nice. And if you don't mind, I'm going to try to shoot it now and make sure I can actually hit some targets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
it, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's do it. Oh man, that feels good. Yeah, that feels very good. So that grip angle and everything on the Creator edition of the Alien just feels really good. I do like the serrations on at the front and rear back strap, feels really, really good. And you got the flared magwell too. Those serrations right up front, like you were talking about, fantastic. Feels great, man. And it is. If you guys haven't shot the Alien pistol before, just take a look at that bore axis and where it sits relative to your index finger or to your shooting finger. You'll see just how low that is. That does great for recoil mechanics and that manipulation, or I should say just that overall felt recoil. It's just right back into the hand. Feels great, man.
Perfect.
Yep. Now let's go ahead, and you said you can show how to remove the straps here?
Yes.
Let's take it up there and go do that.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's see how it's easy to customize your grip on the Alien Creator model. So it's like that. Change the back straps, front straps. It's like that, and easy to make a new grip for you.
And they just snap into place.
Yeah. It's like that. Yeah.
So it is completely user configurable, however the end user wants to set it up. Look at that. So within literally a minute, you can have a completely different grip altogether. That's awesome, man.
That's right.
Hey, thank you so much for taking the time and showing us, man. You guys make a great product.
Thank you.
Here we are at Desert Tech. I've got Jeff over here. Jeff, thanks for having us. Yeah. So I see we got this quad stack AR platform over here. You know,
Quattro 15.
Quattro 15. There we go. Just tell us about it. I'm curious.
So the Quattro 15 is a AR-15 lower receiver.
So, what are the chances of us shooting that thing today? Because I know last year we saw this thing, but we didn't get to shoot.
Yes.
We shoot it this year?
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
All right.
We even have a full auto one we can shoot.
I mean, really? Full auto?
I know.
Please.
Twist my arm, right?
All right, there you go.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
This is our full auto version of the Quattro 15. But I was just going to show you before we shoot, it's got completely ambidextrous control, so you got mag release on both sides of the receiver, as well as bolt catch on both sides of the receiver, so you can load your magazine, drop the trigger right from the shooting position, and off you go. So
all right,
we'll give this one the fast treatment.
This was amazing. I love freedom. Ryan, do you want to give it a try?
I do.
All right, let's do it. Woo.
All right, so we're over here at Fold AR now. You guys remember Brandon and everything. You guys absolutely love the Instagram reel that we did once I got this thing figured out, you know, which doesn't take much. But now the whole barrel comes off, right?
It has a barrel swap system.
Okay, all right. Let me see if I can figure it out because I remember the hinge. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so there's that. That opens up. Down over. Oh, look at that. It's just a takedown pin.
We call it what you call pin, but it's just a simple takedown pin to allow you to pop the pin.
Wow. Okay, so all they did here, so you got that hinge mechanism right here. But this guy, all that is a takedown pin, or the whatchamacallit pin. Is that what you call it? Whatchamacallit pin. And so, let me see. And it's captured. That's cool. Comes right off. Now that is cool. So you still have the takedown, you have the entire folding capability, but now you got the caliber interchangeability.
So my typical setup is set up a 6.5 Grendel 16-inch, then I run a 9-inch 300 blackout suppress, and then my 5.56 12.5.
Dude, that's cool.
It's perfect truck gun.
Dude, that is really cool.
With my 6.5, you have to do a bolt swap.
Yeah.
But with the 300 blackout and the 5.56, they use the same bolt.
Right.
So
dude,
this is the modular system.
That is really cool, man. Well, you got a mag?
I got plenty of mags. I know you missed a mag, Joe. I got a mag.
5 rounds for each barrel. Let's see if I can do this. All right, here we go. All right. Now,
I know you noticed the accuracy from each barrel swap completely off and putting back, and it goes back to 0.
So that was something I noticed. Obviously, the takedown, and if I were to put a little bit of grease on that, I could probably speed that up some. But I can tell you right now, though, that is something I noticed. I'm shooting it just at the 50 yard there, just to get on target. But you are right. As I swat from each barrel, I'm still on target too. So that's pretty cool. So you got the holding 0.
1 MOA.
Dude, from barrel to barrel to barrel, all one.
Barrel to barrel, it comes back to accuracy, lifetime of the whip. And if it doesn't, bring it back to me, I'll fix it.
Now that's pretty impressive, man. Dude, that's really cool. Again, just the fact that I can switch from caliber, barrel, whatever the heck. I have more of a DMR set up, got more close quarters, got whatever.
Whatever you need. I mean, you pull up to whatever situation. It's like, what do I need today? You go in your kit, put together, you go play.
That's awesome, man. Guys, you know I'm a big fan of Fold AR. We'll see you out on the show floor where I'm sure we'll have other little fun competitions and everything.
Definitely.
But man, Brandon's always good, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, dude.
All right, here we are at Fight Light Industries with Michael over here. Michael, thanks for having us, man.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so Michael.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some things over there.
That's right.
Some full auto
You'll
stuff.
hear the report.
Oh, There you go. That's what I'm talking
Right
about.
on cue.
Right
Not
on
bad.
cue.
We'll take it.
So, go ahead and tell us what's going on here. What do you have?
Absolutely. So at Fight Light, we manufacture the MCR. It stands for Mission Configurable Rifle. It's essentially a belt-fed upper receiver group that you can install onto your AR-15, M4 receiver, lower receiver, with our MCR upper receiver. And essentially, it has something called our dual feed technology. It's patented. It allows you to run both regular Stenag magazines, stick magazines, box mags, or belt-fed ammunition. So your M855, M27 disintegrating links, those feed through our MCR upper receiver assemblies.
That is fantastic. And do we get to shoot it today?
Oh, by all means, yeah. I need you guys to run a couple belts. Let us know what you think.
All right, perfect. And I saw that little guy over there too. What is that?
So that's called our Bandito. So it's essentially our SCR, which is a featureless rifle platform. Stands for Sport Configurable Rifle. We came out with that several years ago, and we've taken that same receiver set now, shrunk it down, and we have this year what we're announcing is our Bandito. It's that platform, however, in a pistol configuration with a little mare's head style grip, sort of your modern day, mare's leg, sort of your modern day mare's leg.
Well, that is fantastic, and we get to play with that one too.
Absolutely.
The belt-fed machine guns. So, hey guys, I just think we should just end this right here and get to shooting.
Go get some trigger time.
All righty. Got the rifle over here in front of us, Michael.
This is called the MCR.
MCR, okay.
That's right, Mission Configurable Rifle.
Okay, so looks amazing. Belt fed, magazine fed, and all that. Gun, tell us all about it.
So essentially, this firearm in this configuration has been in production for the last 20 years, right? So we offer this in both the upper receiver assemblies or a complete rifle as you see them here. These are a lot of popular, at Fight Light, we try to straddle both ends of the AR-15 spectrum. So this will be the top end. You don't get much better than a belt-fed AR-15, right? So whether you have, a lot of customers have, transferable lowers, or a lot of gun ranges will put these in their rental fleet, and it's very flexible. You have essentially the capability of a belt-fed firearm with also the ability to switch between magazines or the belt.
Wow, that is fantastic. What does it weigh? What is it?
It's about 9 pounds. So essentially, if you look at something like, the M249 saw gun, you're looking at, this is half the weight with a loaded ammunition, belt basically in it.
Wow, fantastic. Well, I just want to go ahead and shoot that thing. I don't even want to ask any more questions.
Trigger time,
Right?
Let's load up a belt.
All right, let's do it. It went by too quick. Now I want to move on to
Bandito?
this one, right?
Yeah,
Bandito.
Bandito.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
All right, if you guys look at this thing, it's a different looking thing right here. It's quite different, very cute and nice.
Yep.
And I don't know much about it. Do you want to tell us?
Absolutely. So this is our Sport Configurable Rifle.
Okay.
And we've had this in production now for many years. However, what we've done is we've taken this design, taken that receiver set, and configured it in a pistol configuration. This is our modern day mare's leg we're calling the Bandito.
Okay.
We also have another firearm on the market called the Raider, as well as the Bandito. What you have here is, what we're announcing this year is the Bandito in this configuration. So your modern day mare's leg takes any of your AR-15 upper receiver assemblies. A lot of customers make these in different caliber configurations. We offer them in both 5.56 and 300 blackout from us.
I'm curious, what did you have in mind when you were building this? What's the purpose of this?
Well, the owner and the inventor of the company has an eye for nostalgia.
Okay.
And he essentially, he's done a lot and owned a lot, and he likes to build things that he likes.
Okay.
And he thinks that if he likes it, then maybe other customers will as well.
It's got that, what is that, like black powder type gun? It's just amazing. And can I shoot it?
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, so this thing doesn't recoil at all. Just so you guys can hear, no recoil whatsoever. Just straight up flat.
It's like the perfect gun.
say. All right, this is amazing. The way it shoots.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's concussive, right?
I mean,
The
you're
brake-
ringing steel at 100 yards here, so
Yeah.
we have our RIP muzzle brake on that gun. So
Yeah, it keeps it super flat.
Very much.
You feel a little concussion from it, but
absolutely
at 100 yards, this thing
Yeah.
is super accurate. Just standing on this.
out of a pistol.
Yeah, and in a windy condition too.
It is really brutal out here today.
I love this, and these are available right now.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well,
thank you guys for joining
you know
us.
what, Mike? Thanks, man. This
We
has been
appreciate
a
it.
lot of fun.
Likewise,
And I
man.
have a feeling Ryan wants to shoot it too.
All day.
Nice, man.
All day. Oh yeah.
We're over here now with Olympus Arms. We've got Michael here to talk about a special, it's 308, right?
That's right. So this is our long recoil gun.
Okay.
I'm the inventor of this rifle. We've been doing research and development for the last 10 years. And this is the year that we're done. We have a product this year.
Wow.
So it's a long recoil gun, and it shoots high caliber. This one's chambered in .308. And what that long recoil does for us is it takes a sharp recoil spike and makes it a very gentle recoil curve.
Really?
There's an indescribable feeling. It's very difficult to describe. You just got to shoot it to experience it.
Right, well, I'm about to try that. So explain to our viewers what's exactly happening with the gun, how the operating system works, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's take a look at it over here. All right, so it's a long recoil gun, so what happens is the barrel reciprocates the full length of the action, 5 1/4 inches. When it gets to the end of the travel, the bolt carrier is held to the rear, and the barrel starts to travel forward. When the barrel gets all the way to the front, then the carrier's release, the feed chamber's locks, and you're ready to fire again. All right? And it's just that over and over and over. It does it so fast, if you blink, you'll miss it.
Okay.
All right? So while that's happening, you've got your eyes open, you're watching the target, you're seeing your shot hit, and you're ready to take the follow-up shot. You don't have to blink, you don't have to reacquire. There's no muzzle climb, it stays straight back.
Yeah.
It's like a bolt gun on rails.
That's really cool. And I'm noticing too the placing of your charging handles that right up front here, correct?
That's right. So it's a non-reciprocating charging handle, right? So we did everything that we would want to have in a firearm, all the things that we liked about the rifles we built and had, and we put it all into one. So it's a non-reciprocating charging handle. It also has ambidextrous controls, right? This is a patent-pending parallel bolt catch. Watch this. So I charge here, lock, and then I can unlock from here.
That's cool.
Never have to break peak to stock welds. Yep.
That's really cool.
This is a takedown. This is not a charging handle.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really neat, man. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited to try it.
Cool. You're going to love it.
Let's do it.
All right, you got 5 shots. All right, all you got to do is take the semi.
All right, do you mind if I try it standing up so I can really feel it?
Absolutely can.
All right, cool.
Good. That's so rich.
You're good.
Oh, wow. Every time.
Okay. That's interesting. That is really interesting. I mean, there's no like. I don't. Yeah, it's indescribable, like you said. That is really cool. I mean, you can feel it, but it's kind of like just like a soft little. Oh hey, you know, it's not like anything hitting you hard or whatever. That's
that
cool.
rapid fire that you did, you're reacquiring the target, you're putting rounds on the target, you hit every one of those shots just now.
Yeah, I mean it's an easy gun to shoot. That's really cool. And what's the model of the gun?
So this is the Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Yep, Vulcan by Olympus Arms. That's this year's model.
You guys are going to have to check that out. We'll see it on the SHOT Show floor. Michael, thanks for taking the time, man.
Thanks. Have a good show.
You too. We're over here now with EAA, and I've got the Girsan 2311. Man, I am excited for this. This is something I talked about on the podcast also. We talked about the Oracle 2311, and for something that looks like it's coming in at a much more, let's just say, budget-friendly cost point.
Absolutely.
We've got the Girsan 2311, and here's what caught my eye. 3 different calibers, 9.45 and 10 mil, and a very respectable 15-round capacity in that Checkmate mag for the 10 mil.
Correct. So you got a 17 round 9, a 15 round 10 millimeter.
that gun has been the bell of the ball down here. It's the game changer. So like that's our gateway. I'm literally calling that my gateway drug into the double stack 1911 world, because now you got a truly affordable option to the average shooter.
Yeah.
You know, you're not the guys who, man, I really want a Staccato, I really want a Cosaint, but I can't afford one. Here you go, and it's totally compatible.
Well,
There's
first of all,
the big boy.
yeah, and dude, that is light.
It is light. I'm telling you, it's light. But it is so flat shooting, it's not funny. So when you get a chance to put some rounds to this here in a minute, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. That is a super. I'm gonna tell you to double it. Like take you a couple times to double that thing. It's so flat shooting. It does not move. I promise.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see how it does, and of course, we'll see on the show floor. We can talk a little bit more in depth about
Absolutely.
it. Let's do it. I'm just gonna go for it, man. We're starting with the 10 mil here. Let's see how this thing runs. All right, so I anticipated it. I anticipated that. Notice my shot dropped way low because I'm used to 10 mil, right?
Yeah, it is not that way at all.
And it doesn't make sense because it's so light. I was expecting, I mean, dude, I've shot full-size 1911s and 10 mil, and it's like, this.
Our full-size 6-inch 10 millimeter, which should not, it's a heavy 10 mil. It's a really easy gun to shoot. This gun's easy. It is just amazing how flat shooting this is and how little recoil you actually feel.
This is wild. All right. Wow.
Try a couple doubles with it. Let's see. It just recovered immediately.
Dude. That's impressive. And that feels good. The controls are smooth too and everything. I mean, this thing just feels good.
A lot of love went into that gun to make it that way. But it is phenomenal for the price point.
Yeah. All right, that's neat, man. So you got the 9 mil over here now?
Correct. Let's roll with it.
Wow. That feels too good. That trigger too, man. That feels
ridiculous. That is a production gun. Right?
Yeah. Dude, that is easily a like everyday carry. I mean, that is so light. It just doesn't make sense, man.
We're not done. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other cool stuff coming.
Dude,
this is the beginning.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. So, what are the materials here out of the frame, slide, all that type of fun stuff?
So it's stainless. You know, it's traditional steel slide and the actual frame itself, and then the grips are the 2011 like polymer grip modules on them.
Gotcha.
So,
and
real similar to Staccato, real similar to like traditional 2011.
Yeah. Gotcha. And then you got a different grip module right down here. Tell me about this guy.
So this is the actual grip module that will be moving out to customers. So when the guns come out, this is what will actually be on them. So you'll have a traditional checker grip all the way around, and then you'll have a Gerson G. And then the cool thing we're working on is all the different panels will interchange with different modules. But we are working with a company that will be able to scan your hand. And as you scan your hand, I can make custom grip modules to people's hands. So if somebody's got a big hand, small hand, you got disabilities, or you're missing fingers or whatever, you can make a module strictly for that person. And they're, a couple screws, pop them out, go, you're done.
Right. That's really cool, man. Well, that's awesome, dude. I am really excited about that. And I'll see you out on the show floor.
Yeah, man.
Here we are at Ruger. I've got Graham over here. Graham, thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You want to tell us what you're holding right now?
Yep, this is Ruger's newest American rifle. It's our Go Wild package, and it's in Hornady's newest 7mm PRC. Okay. So we've got a standard American Go Wild here, Go Wild camo. We've got the Cerakoted bolt handle, receiver, 24-inch barrel, as well as a muzzle brake it comes with. Right now we've got a suppressor on there. But it shoots that new 7mm PRC, which is kind of Hornady's answer to what's between a 6.5 PRC and a 300 PRC. So, based on the 7 mag cartridge, it's, heavy for weight bullet, it's got great ballistics, and it pairs well with the American rifle.
Awesome. What does it weigh?
Just a little over 6 pounds.
Wow. All right, fantastic. Can we shoot it?
Absolutely.
Wow. It felt just right, especially with that suppressor. It was really soft, really nice. Dude, recoil is just right. Super accurate, obviously. What do we got, like 100 yards, right?
Yep, 100 yards to the end here.
All right, 100 yards.
Obviously capable of more than that.
Fantastic shooting rifle. I mean, it just felt just right. Super soft. I mean, what a pleasure.
Yep, a lot of downrange energy. For
Absolutely.
taking medium to large game at reasonable distances. So another great round and another great rifle.
Yeah, super light, really good looking, super smooth. I mean, very accurate. I mean, it felt great. And this is available right now?
Yep.
Perfect. And you guys give me at the SHOT Show floor, right?
We'll be there all week.
You know what? I'll be coming visiting you guys.
Sounds good
Thanks,
to me.
Graham. Pleasure.
Thanks for stopping by.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the coverage so far. Love to hear that. This is awesome. I freaking love this. Yep. You know what? That right there, I could go to sleep too.
Yep. Please.
God bless America.
Please.
Just keep going. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed the coverage so far. Stay tuned because this is only the beginning. We still have the rest of the week for all of our SHOT Show coverage. We're going to be seeing a lot more down on the show floor, but today was just all the live fire goodness. So let us know down in the comment section below, what was your favorite that you saw so far? And yeah, we'll respond to you. We'll let you know. And of course, we've got a lot more content to get out there because we still have our podcast post SHOT Show.
God, we got to do that. We got to shoot some more guns now, obviously over here.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff to do, but I can't wait to do them. So much fun.
Yeah.
It's my first SHOT Show with Classic, so.
So yeah, it's a good time. You get a lot of steps in. Your feet sore yet?
Sore, but you know what?
Worth it.
I want to keep going.
Worth
Absolutely
it.
worth it, yeah.
Absolutely, guys. So let us know. Again, we'll see you down in the comment section below.